What?
What?
What the hell is this?
Harumph. I didn't get a harumph out of that guy.
Give the governor harumph.
Harumph!
You watch your ass.
I see you shiver with anticipation.
Let the show begin.
Hey everybody, this is David Heretic coming at you with another edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. And tonight, alright, we're coming back to Tool. Yes, indeed. Tool fans, feeling you. Come on now. Here we go. Before we go any further, for those of you who are feeling inclined to doing all of the clicks and the likes and the bibbidi-boobidi bop, do me a favor, before you do all that stuff, please watch the whole video first, okay? Give me a chance to actually earn those clicks and likes. Now, after the video's done, if you still feel like doing all those clicks and likes, then by all means, feel free to click away. This comes as a request from Supervised Chaos, and this is actually Supervised Chaos's prioritized request for the month of April for being a silver tier member on the Patreon page. So here you go, Chaos. Hope you enjoy the show, man. Supervised Chaos want to see me react to this song by Tool called Right Into. Now, have I heard the song before? No, I have not. To the best of my knowledge, this does not resonate with me in any way, shape, or form. However, there's always a possibility I may have heard the song in passing and I just don't realize it. So as always, if I start listening to the song and I suddenly go, wait a second, I have heard this song before, I'll let you know.
That's the truth.
You know me, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. This was posted by Tool, okay? And the video has 18 million views. It'll get you there. Other than that, there's really nothing else left to say. Link to the original video will be down below in the video description for your viewing pleasure at your leisure. Let's get started. What do you say? Are you ready? Are you ready? Because here we go. All right, here we go. Tool, Right Into audio. It doesn't say official audio, it just says audio, so we'll see. We'll see how this goes. All right, let's do this.
All right, boy, let's do this.
Angels on the sideline.
Okay, I've already got it. It's okay. That's the one thing. Okay, we have some sort of 11. Now, here's where I'm a little unsure. It could be 11/8, which is what I'm kind of leaning towards. I'm kind of leaning to that 11/8 feel because that's what Tool's known for. Tool's known for doing that. Like when they do odd tiny signatures, it's usually an 8. So 11/8, 9/8, 13/8, 33/8, you know, whatever the case may be, it's usually in 8. It could, though, we could be at a fast tempo like 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3. About 140 BPM. We could be in 11/4 instead of 11/8. That's also a possibility. Now, here's the thing. How many bands write in 11/8 or 11/4? Not many. So we could be looking at 3/4, 3/4, 3/4, 2/4. We could be looking at 6/4, 5/4. We could be looking at 3/4, 3/4, 5/4. It really depends. As long as you come out to 11, that's all that really matters. And at that point, it's up to the songwriter to figure out how they want to break that up into measures. Personally, if it were me, I would either do 3-3-3-2, or if you want to keep it shorter, I would do 6 and 5. That's me. That's just what I would do. I'm not saying it's right or wrong. I'm not saying either one is right or wrong. Hell, I could be completely wrong, and they could be doing, they could be doing 3-3 and 5, or 6-3-2. I don't know, or 9 and 2. It doesn't matter. At the end of the day, you come out to 11. So easy enough. Hopefully we'll stick with this the whole song, because I would love to be able to groove to this and not have to worry about, oh, there we go, we're going to 17-8. Yikes, Hopefully that won't happen. You know what? Let's just start over. Let's just start from the top. Why not?
Angels on the sideline, puzzled and amused. Why did Father give these humans free will? Now they're all confused. Don't these talking monkeys know that Eden has enough to go around?
Okay, so now we're kicking in with the bass and the drums really kicking in now. Good. Okay. Yeah, we've stayed in that 11 very consistently. We haven't been changed one time. I'm really happy about that. It's given me a chance to really get into the groove of the song. Instrumentally, it's been all guitar and percussion, not drums, percussion. A lot, and I've seen this trend from the few songs that I've reacted to from this album. A lot of regional instrumentation from a percussion standpoint. You're hearing a lot of multicultural flavors being added through the use of percussion instruments. Nothing wrong with that. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that at all. I like it. It makes the music stand apart from pretty much every other Tool song out there, other than that came from this album. You You don't hear those instruments on Lateralus. You don't hear those instruments on Undertow. You know, you hear them pretty much on this album and this album alone. I dig that. I do. It kind of makes this album stand out on its own, which I can absolutely appreciate. Guitar work's been really nice so far, very clean. Not overly dominating. To be honest with you, it's kind of taking a backseat to the percussion instruments, which I can appreciate. It shows good discipline, good taste, good flavor. And now, and Maynard's vocals on this, very nice. Some really nice sustain work, actually. Some really nice sustains. So now we're gonna bring in the bass, and we're gonna bring in the drum kit now, the actual drum set, which sounds really nice. Let's see where we go from here. Let me back up a little bit. They just shifted. That's interesting. That was actually interesting. On that section we just heard, it's still 11, but they shifted. Instead of a 6 and 5, they shifted it to a 7 and 4. Still comes out to 11, but there was a very definite shift as far as subdivision goes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4. That was interesting. I'll show you what I'm talking about. Let me go back a little. Maintain the 11, just a little bit of a paradigm shift, that's all. Now another paradigm shift. Still an 11, but now to me, it doesn't sound like 6 and 5 anymore. Now it sounds like 3, 3, 3, 2. So we went from 6 and 5 to 7 and 4 to 3, 3, 3, 2. Wow. How many different ways can we count to 11? Let Tool show you how. That's great. I love it. I love that. That section we just heard, I was getting shades of 46 and 2. Those accented hits. Down, 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 down. I was like, wow. We've gone all the way back to 46 and 2 at that. That's great. I love that. Great accent work. Great accent placement. Very conducive to the 11 that we still have going. Adam's guitar work is so subtle isn't the right word. But it is. It is the right word, but it's not. He never becomes overbearing with his playing, despite the fact that there are times where it's literally just him and Danny, and that's it. And even then, he still takes a back seat to Danny and lets Danny take the lead, but he's always present. He's always filling out the sound. He never disappears. And that takes discipline. It really does. I know people are like, oh, it can't be that hard. Try it. Try it sometime. As a guitar player, try to keep your presence felt consistently through the entire song without ever coming out and falling out and, being lost in the mix. Try to keep that consistency while at the same time not becoming overbearing. With all the dynamic play happening within the drums and the bass and the vocals, try it. Let me know how it works out for you. I'd love to know, because that is not easy, man. It isn't. So kudos to him. I always feel like Adam just does not get the recognition and the credit that he deserves. I mean, you hear when people talk about Tool, what's the first name that comes to mind? Maynard, right? Okay. After Maynard, who comes next? Danny. After Danny, who comes next? Justin. It always feels like Adam's always at the bottom of the barrel, and it's not fair, man. It really isn't. And the thing is, without Adam in this band, I don't think Tool would be nearly as successful. Not nearly. Anyway, let's finish this out and we'll get to the review. more. Ending how we started. I love it. Staggered exits, I love it. Very intelligent ending. Between ending how you start and having those staggered exits of each individual voice until we were literally left with just one voice. That was really cool. Really well done. Very well executed. There's not a whole lot to talk about that I didn't talk about during the course of the reaction, so I'm going to try to keep the review short because, like I said, I've already said everything I need to say. Gonna just hopefully hit some bullet points and call it a day. So let me get my thoughts together. I'll see you in the review, and we'll talk about it. Well, there you go, folks. That was Tool with Right Into. This was a request from Supervised Chaos. And this was actually Supervised Chaos's prioritized request for the month of April for being a silver tier member on the Patreon page. So there you go, Chaos. Hope you enjoyed the show, man. I'm going to do my best to keep this review short because, in all honesty, folks, I said everything I needed to say during the course of the reaction. So I'm going to hit some bullet points. It's nothing personal, guys. It's nothing personal. I don't want to keep repeating myself. You know what I mean? I don't want to. I'm trying my best to work on that, and I don't want to sit here and beat a dead horse and say the same thing 5 times when I've already said it once. So I'm gonna try to keep it short. No promises. I might get lost in the moment. Anyway, let's start off with the score, shall we? On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm gonna give that a 9.1. Yep, 9.1. You heard me. I didn't stutter. That is the score I feel this song deserves. Let me tell you why.
Why?
First things first, what does that 9.1 mean? Well, for starters, remember, I'm a lot tougher now. So I said before during the announcement that getting a 9 is going to be pretty much impossible. So the fact that it even got a 9 is amazing. So it is. If you get a 9 now, you earned it. You absolutely earned it. And this song definitely did. A 9.1 equates out to an outstanding scale rating, like amazing, outstanding, take your pick. 5 out of 5 stars and an A letter grade, a solid A. Not A minus. Not quite A plus, but a solid A. So there you go, 9.1, outstanding, 5 stars, 5 out of 5 stars, and an A letter grade. Now, how did we get here? So glad you asked. I already talked about this at length during the reaction, so I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time on it. Adam's guitar playing drove this song. I know everybody's going to be like, well, what about Danny? Don't get me wrong, Danny's percussion playing sounded really nice. He's using those synth pads to create all of those, regional instruments. And don't get me wrong, that sounds really good. And it really helps and fits into the context of the album as a whole, okay? But I'm sorry, Adam's guitar playing on this really did this for me more than anything else. And the thing is, it's so subtle. It's so subtle. But he was present the entire song, helping to carry the song forward. Because let's be honest, folks, there were times that Justin bowed out. and Adam was still there. There were times that Maynard found out, and Adam was still there. There were even times that Danny bowed out, and Adam was still there. He was the one constant through the entire song, and I dug that. And it's so subtle. He never became overbearing. He never became, he never stole the spotlight. He was just there, filling out the sound, but driving the song forward. And I'm sorry, but to me, Adam was the driving force of the song. And you guys can argue all you want amongst yourselves, but that is what I feel, okay? Not to take anything away from Danny. Danny's performance on this was really top-notch, utilizing all the different voicings that he was in charge of, utilizing all those different instruments that he utilized from all the different regions and made them all fit. Very characteristic of this album. I think pretty much every song I've heard from this album has had those instrumentations and had those voicings. So kind of makes the album special, and I absolutely appreciate that. And he did a fine job, and he absolutely did. Maynard's vocals on this sounded great. I had no issue with them. It sounded really nice. Had some nice development, some nice growth, some great dynamic control. Pitch sounded like it was right where it needed to be. Delivery right where it needed to be, so I got no issue with the vocals. The bass playing sounded solid. I got no problem with it at all. Again, conducive to the song and playing when needed, not playing when not needed. So very tasteful playing from Justin's part. The thing that really did this for me, first of all, we're in 11. Now, was it 11-4 or was it 11-8? I personally am leaning toward 11-8. That's what it felt like to me. Now, I could be wrong, and it could be 11-4, but I mean, the only people that are going to tell me that are the members of Tool, who will, pull out the sheet music that they wrote and show me we wrote it in 11-4. Okay, fine, then I'll take that, absolutely. But otherwise, anybody else, unless you have the sheet music directly from Tool themselves, then you guys can interpret the 11 however you want. You can interpret it as 11-4, 11-8, doesn't matter, it's up to you. Now within that 11, we had, that I counted, 3 different varieties, 3 different variations of 11. We had 6 and 5, that's how I was counting it. I was counting it as 6 and 5. And then we had this shift where we stayed in 11, but instead of being 6 and 5, we shifted it over to 7 and 4. That was really cool, man. I don't think I've ever heard a band do that before. Doing it, staying in the same time signature and just modulating it from a 6 to a 7 and from a 5 to a 4 to still keep the 11, but having the accents in the specific places. That was really cool. And then towards the end, I felt the shift to a 3-3-3-2. A very definitive 3-3-3-2. Again, marked by the accents. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 1, 2, 3. You see what I mean? So it was the accents that really kind of made it feel like those time signatures. No, and not even time signature. It just felt it just was broken up. And like I said, you're maintaining the 11 the entire time. You're just modulating it out to be a little different thanks to the accents. And I thought that was really cool. Very smooth, very well done. And then there was the ending. Finishing how you start. Yes, I'm always an advocate of that. I always love it when bands do that, but they took it even a step further. Finishing how you started and then having those staggered exits. One voice goes out, one voice goes out, one voice goes out, one voice goes out, until you're literally left with one voice, one single voice, and then it ended. And that's how you end the song. Kind of eerie. It really is. It's kind of haunting in a way, because you keep hearing things disappear, and it creates a great feel effect, and I loved it. I absolutely loved it. I thought that was fantastic. It's not my favorite Tool song. Okay, it's not. I could name several other Tool songs that I enjoy more than this. Okay, but I would not put this top 5. I'll be honest with you, I don't even see this being top 10. But there is no denying that this was a fantastic song. It really was. Very well thought out, very unique in its approach with modulating time signatures. That was keeping the same time signature, but just making it feel different because of the accents. I thought that was really cool. So yeah, 9.1. I feel good with that score, and that is exactly where we're going to stay. So let's wrap this up in a nice, tight, shiny bow, shall we? 9.1, outstanding scale, 5 out of 5 stars, and an A letter grade. Take your pick, I don't care. Whichever one of those floats your boat. Final word, final score, I have spoken. Well, that's going to do it for this edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. Hope you all enjoyed the show. Hopefully I was able to entertain you. If I was able to put a smile on your face and brighten your day, then I did my job, and I'm so glad I could do it. If you guys feel like joining the fan base, go ahead and click on that button down there. If you guys want to like the video, go ahead and like the video. If you guys want to ring the bell, go ahead and ring the bell. It honestly doesn't make any difference at all to me, but if you guys feel like doing these things, well then by all means, feel free to do so. Well, that's going to do it for the night, folks. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, this is David Heretic signing off, reminding you to stay fabulous and support each other. Later. Peace.